Hey yo guys, I'm back. I had lost my device, so the channel had to pause for a bit, but you know what it is. The intimacy goat is back. The self-proclaimed relationship advisor. You understand? The Mjolo content. Let's talk about it, guys. Today we're talking about the 4 elements, but I'm gonna just pick one. But I've got 4 elements that plays a role in relationships, and of which I think the current relationships are missing. Right? So number 1, there has to be respect. It's the most important one, we all know. Number 2, commitment. Number 3, communication. Number 4, patience. So but today we're talking about communication, so let's dive deep into this one. With communication, guys, I'm not talking about your good morning text to your boyfriend, hey lovey, hey davy, you know, and also checking up on your person during the day. Hey, when I will spend the whole day, I won't text her, oh, good night. I want those type of things. That is a form of communication, but that type of communication, that's what I call affectionate communication, because you're showing your person that you're committed to them and you're thinking of them, and they mean the utmost to you in your life. It means that you value them as a person, right, in the relationship. So but the type of communication that I'm talking about today is a communication between 2 individuals. It can be at the point where it's a disagreement, you understand, between 2 people, where it has to be a sense of how do you communicate with each other at that point. When you're not happy with the next person, how do you communicate with them? Does it reach the point where now we go back to the first element of respect, where now you're being disrespectful? And what role are you playing in terms of that communication? What are you teaching the kids? Because most of the time, I like to think we stay with our kids, right? So you find that we argue in front of our kids. So what is it that we'll be channeling into our kids? It means that if you're raising a baby boy and you are the father in the house and you're talking to your woman however you want to talk to your woman, it means that you are embedding that type of behavior to your kid. So tomorrow, when the kid speaks to his mother like that, he would have learned it from you, because you are the father of the house. And that's how he thinks that, okay, since my dad is communicating with my mom like this, it means that that's how I'm gonna communicate with my mom, since she's a woman. And that is where the element of abuse comes in at the later stage. Even if you are not physically abusive yourself, but the kid can take some traits from your verbal abuse towards your woman or towards your man. I'm talking this vice versa. I'm including women in this thing. If you are a woman who's raising a daughter, how is she going to be able to talk to her boyfriend or her husband in the future? However she wants to talk, because that's what they think is correct. That's what they think is right in their mind, because a kid learns from what the elders do. So what is it that we are teaching our kids? As the relationship advisor, let me tell you this. If you're going to have an argument, let's have it in the bedroom, right? And if we're not going to have it in the bedroom, find a way to have a conversation about it at some other point before you transfer that energy to the kids. Because you are being disrespectful to each other in front of the kids, you're being harsh, you are being all these negative things in the relationship. Let's have it in the bedroom. Let's go in the bedroom and argue there. And when I say let's go to the bedroom and argue there, I'm not saying that when you get to the bedroom it has to be tough. No, it's not that. Have a conversation in the bedroom, 2 adults having a conversation, a serious conversation, a heated conversation, but without having to raise voices at each other. Although there will be tension, obviously, understand, there will be tension, but make sure that when you have the conversation, it's in a private place, so that you are able to talk about all these issues that you need to talk about. Lay them down. on the ground. Because now when you are yelling and the other one is yelling, it's just like two stupid people, two idiotic people facing off. And you must understand, communication is not a battle. It's not a battle that one should win and one should lose. Communication is about having a solution to the issue. That is the communication between two people. I think we'll have to touch on this segment one more time. But for now, please follow your boy. We are back.